In the prison, the prisoner took out a mirror, pointed it at his arm. There was a string of mysterious letters and numbers tattooed on it. Then he quickly took out paper and pen, recorded the letters and numbers. The next day during the furlough, he quietly used his fingers to feel the screws under the rows of benches, by touching to sense the outline of the screws. After several times of groping, finally found the target. This is the one he wanted. 1121147. Then he pretended to be nothing, sat on the bench, turned the screw with a coin gently, successfully took it out. Back in the cell, Mike kept rubbing the screw on the floor. Soon the screw was polished into a hexagon. Then he pulled down his sleeve, aligned the screw with a tattoo on his arm. The shape was a perfect fit. Then he inserted the polished screw into the internal hole bolt of the sink, while gently turning it, while also observing the situation outside the cell. Soon the internal hole bolt was successfully unscrewed. Next, what he had to do was to use the screw as a cover. Continue to dig a hole in the wall with that screw. But this was a major project, so he had to enlist the help of his roommate Sucre to test whether Sucre was worthy of trust. While working, Mike wrapped a cell phone and then deliberately hid it under the other person's eyes. You know, having a cell phone privately in prison is a serious crime, and failure to report it will also be implicated. Sucre reminded Mike not to mess around, but Mike deliberately said harsh words to provoke him.
I don't like the look in your eye. What's in there? You never saw it. Got it.
Then Mike asked his brother, Lincoln, to go to the prison guard, Bellick, to report Sucre for hiding a cell phone. Bellick immediately summoned Sucre, asked him to account for the matter of the cell phone. Sucre was instantly confused. He didn't understand how the blame for hiding the cell phone was thrown on his head. If he now exposes Mike, not only can he clear his suspicions and gain a credit, but he didn't do that. Instead, he firmly denied that there was no such thing as a cell phone at all. After the matter was over, Sucre was extremely angry. He hid the cell phone, but in return, he asked Mike to lend him the phone to make a call to his girlfriend, not knowing that the so-called cell phone was a model made by Mike to test him.
Soap?
Sucre successfully passed the test. Mike then revealed the plan to escape from prison afterwards, but unexpectedly, this made Sucre even more angry, because he only had 16 months left in his sentence. Just endure it for a while and it would be over. Let him escape from prison. This is just asking him to jump into the fire pit, in order to avoid being implicated again. Sucre directly applied to change the cell. The Bellick, who always looked down on Mike, specially sent a new roommate from the psychiatric ward to Mike. Now Mike was faced with two choices: either bring the mentally ill roommate into the team, or just do it secretly while the other person is sleeping. Seeing the intelligent look in the other person's eyes, Mike chose the latter decisively. Late at night, after everyone was asleep, Mike took out the screw again, quietly came to the sink. Just as he was about to start digging the wall, he suddenly felt a chill on his back. Looking back, the new roommate was staring at him intently with his big intelligent eyes.
What's your problem?
I got a neuroanatomic lesion affecting my reticular activating system.
What does that mean?
It means I don't sleep.
This was a big trouble. Not only that, the new roommate also noticed the tattoo on Mike seemed to hide some secret. He started to draw what was on Mike every day with a small notebook. Mike didn't pay much attention at first. A crazy person could see what? Unexpectedly, just 2 days later, the new roommate had drawn all of Mike's tattoos.
It's a pathway. Where does it lead? Where are you taking?
At this time, Mike realized the seriousness of the problem, pushed the other person away. He began to hit the iron bar of the cell with his head, hit it hard, immediately called the prison guard. The guard was also a smart one. Before Mike could speak, he immediately opened the cell door, pointed to the crazy person and told him to squat down quietly. The crazy person immediately reported to the guard. The tattoo on Mike was actually a map, but no one believed the words of a crazy person. Before he could finish speaking, the guard directly sprayed pepper spray on him. Subsequently, the crazy person was taken back to the psychiatric ward, and on the other side, Sucre suddenly learned that his cousin was going to flash Mary with his girlfriend. In order to win back his girlfriend, Sucre actively found Mike, strongly requested to join the escape team.
I'll do anything you need. You see these hands? The digging machine. You want to go to China? I'll get you a China fish. I'll dig like a psychotic rodent if I have to. Fish, I gotta be back in.
Seeing Sucre's strong statement, Mike also pretended to half push and half agree to accept it.
You're my boy.
Sucre's return. The golden partner for escape was officially online. One is responsible for digging hard. One is responsible for keeping watch. The efficiency of escaping has increased linearly.